I'm as good as I'm gonna get. I can always get better.
15 seconds.
I can't trust anyone. They'll just let me down.
That's a lot of distraction.
I won't let myself down.
I'm scared of my success.
I'm not afraid.
All right, guys, everyone talks to themselves. They're always in their own head, but what are you saying inside? Sometimes these thoughts can be overwhelming. Sometimes they're not productive. Now, you know me, Mr. Mental Muscle, I'm here to make the intangible tangible, as I always say. So let's do a task we call sledging, where it actually purposely puts that stress on you, telling you things you don't want to hear, some internal, meaning things that are defeating yourself, or external, someone else trying to defeat you. Because in life, that's what it's about, right? So let's put that into practice. Let's go.
So we at the facility part 2. Now, talk about mental training. Got Gabby here, baseball coach extraordinaire. We got Caitlin. She does all types of things. So we always talk about the mental. We always have this talk about like, no one really practices it. Why is that? Why can they bring it together? They say they want to work on the mental training, but they don't actually do it.
So I think a lot of times people don't do it simply because they don't know how to do it. I think it's a concept where it's so easy for coaches and parents and for ourselves to tell ourselves, oh, I need to get mentally stronger. I need to be able to mentally handle things better. But a lot of times we're left in the dark in terms of, okay, how do I do that?
What do you think? What's going on?
I think the same. I just think that the education for them is not there. They just don't know exactly what they should be doing. And this is where the coaching comes in.
And I know Caitlin knows this. Getting in your own head could be a problem. So how do we actually work on that? How do you do that? How do we work on that?
So I can tell you here at Mind Body One, we have this task where we have on one of our apps, our Think Fast app, we have a mode called sledging mode, where you have internal or external voices, chirping at you in a sense.
Double, as you can see, since the injury. And again, he'll be in the spotlight come Sunday night in Charlotte.
Just like how in competition or sometimes in the workplace, we might have distractions, whether it's if we're working an office job, we have people in an office talking, or sometimes we distract ourselves because we're talking to ourselves, maybe having self-doubt or negative self-talk or unproductive self-talk. So being able to, we have this mode on this app here where we're able to channel either external or internal thoughts and kind of make it tangible in a sense while we're performing different tasks.
So we have to just show you better than tell you, right? So we're gonna start off with refuting negative, unwanted thoughts. So we got Gabby in the background. I'm gonna bring him on this because he's actually on the app, but we're gonna give him double time, I think. But right now, it's just gonna be the app. So we're gonna do it on internal mode. So I'll let you choose male or female, or both.
Let's go both.
All right, so we won't have any noise or anything for now. So the first task, we want to actually work on her being able to refute negative thoughts. Because a lot of times when we talk about not having negative thoughts, we just say we're going to suppress them. And as we know, suppressing a thought don't do nothing, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to give me an actual tangible verbal response to whatever internal thought that is given through you through the task. It might say something like, I can't do it. I don't have what it takes. You need to come up within the time frame of what to say to counter that thought. All right. So also on intensity, let's put it at 2. So it'll be a little faster. It won't be too fast. But all right. So start it off when you're ready.
I look terrible out there.
I look great out there. I got this.
This is not even fun.
It's as fun as it was when I started.
Maybe too late to start now.
Never too late. Keep going.
I'm a failure in every aspect of my life. What's the point in even trying?
Not at all. Failure is just another opportunity.
I don't have what it takes to succeed.
I can do it.
I'm too shy.
I can break out.
All right, that was 30 seconds. Okay, so that's good stuff. So what we're gonna do next, do the same thing, internal, but now we're gonna have external cues coming from Gabby. But what I want Gabby to do, so you ready for this? So your job is to distract her with numbers. So what I want you to do is she's gonna refute the thought still, but he's gonna say it's 30 seconds, so every like 4 or 5 seconds, say a number. And at the end of it, I want you to recall as many numbers as you can. So not only refuting the thoughts, So yeah, write down like 5 numbers. That way you know exactly what we're gonna say. And that way, when she asks, not only refute the negative thoughts that will be thrown at her, she needs to be aware and cognizant of what's going on externally, because in any performance, whether it's sport, school, work, a job, whatever, you can't be just going on what's in your head. You gotta know what's going on outside your head. So Gabby, you got those numbers down?
I got those numbers, that's ready.
So this is what we do at work. We're working right now, but we're working while we're working, if you know what work is. So
I have this set on internal mode, both voice types,
It's up to you.
refuting the internal,
yep.
and then remembering the external.
So try to spread it out maybe every 4 or 5 seconds. So it gives us some time to focus on the words. All right, start it when you're ready.
Here we go. I won't get any better. I can get better. I'm the worst one here. I'm definitely not the worst one here.
2.
I'm too empathetic.
I'm not too anything.
5.
I'm not good enough for this.
I got this.
This is not even fun.
It's just as fun as when I started.
I'm just pretending that I'm good.
1.
I'm not really that confident.
I'm not pretending at all. I know I'm good.
3.
I can't even count on myself.
I can count on myself. 2, 5, 6, 1, 3.
Boom! She's got it.
That's what we call mental muscle. Get your mind right. So you see, we can talk about mental training. We can say we need it, but are you really training? And this is something unprecedented. So we're gonna do one more. So I need you to get a tennis ball, Gabby. We're gonna make this more physical. I think I got one in the bag down there. Perfect. On you.
You, yes.
Get out of my face.
You can stay there.
Really think I'm gonna achieve this?
Of course.
What? You think you can do this? Turn around. There's no way.
I know I can do it.
You really think I'm gonna achieve this?
Of course I can.
Come on, you gotta be better than this.
Get better every day.
I've seen better from kids.
I did better than yesterday.
Failing. You're a failure.
Nope, I'm learning.
Pick up the pace.
No problem.
Oh, look at you. Feeling bad for yourself.
I don't feel bad for myself.
You really think you're gonna achieve this?
Of course.
You have no chance at succeeding.
Yes, I do.
All right, good stuff. So let's talk about what just happened. You heard a lot of negative, unproductive self-talk, or talk, not self-talk, but talk towards you. How'd you keep focused with the ball toss drill with Gabby, but still be able to have the external thoughts refuted?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing that helped me there was just making sure visually that I was locked in on the ball the entire time. I think setting my primary focus on that ball made it really easy for me to block out the crowd noise included in that sledging mode. And whenever that external dialogue kind of came in, it came relatively after, I want to say the first 2 or 3, it became relatively easy for me to be able to refute those.
Okay, so I'm gonna add one more layer to finish this off. All right, so once again, we have internal, negative, unproductive self-talk, siren alarms that annoy her, Gabby trying to get her to mess up her throw, or catch, I should say. And then he's gonna give her 5 numbers to memorize throughout the duration that she needs to recall in order, the way they were said, while staying focused. And we don't want any drops. Now, obviously she plays the ball sport such as softball, so her expectations are kind of high. I'm just putting it out there, so I don't wanna see no drops. And to make the stakes a little higher, no medium rare, if you drop 2 or more, I'm being fair. No, screw that. 1. Anything more than 1, you have to do the cognitive beat task, the physical one, the one where you gotta push the number, run, come back, so forth.
Okay.
So it's physical too. Fair enough?
Confident.
Fair enough.
All right, y'all ready? Screen recording?
Yep.
Let's get it.
I can't even count on myself.
I can always count on myself.
4.
I can't trust anyone. They'll just let me down.
That's fine, but I can trust myself.
1.
Oh, I'm too scared to take a risk.
I'm not scared.
7.
I can't do this.
That's your voice.
Why did I even try to make a change for?
Why did I?
I'm too shy.
That's fine, I can break out.
I feel too weak.
I'm strong. I'm as good as I'm gonna get. I can always get better.
15 seconds.
I can't trust anyone. They'll just let me down.
That's a lot of
I
distraction.
won't let myself down.
I'm scared of my success.
I'm not afraid.
Why
So-
can't I be more like them?
I'm more like me.
And ending on my voice, what are those numbers?
4, 1, 7, 8, 9.
Boom! Show them to the camera. Look at it.
Let's see. 41789. Got him. So once again, she got the task, but she also got the numbers. She stayed focused with the thoughts. She refuted everything that was not productive, as I like to say. What went through your mind this time?
This time was a lot more difficult because I kept having to try and like retell myself those numbers throughout the task. I used chunking in order to try and remember those numbers a little bit. Putting 417 together in the one group and then having, I believe it was 8-9 in that last group. And I will tell you there was one point with the sirens where it got to be really obnoxious, but I managed to block it out and just kind of focus more on the words and the dialogue. And I was able to refocus or get out the sirens from blocking out my vision there.
And those were made especially by me. That wasn't a random track. I compiled a bunch of different noises to make that track. And thanks to all the people's voices, which was your own, Gabby, the great Adriana, and myself. So, with that being said, what do you guys think? Like, you already said this is a big tool that can help anyone who gets in their own head, but how do you see this helping people?
I mean, this could help everybody, every Joe Schmo, every average Joe, help athletes. Obviously, she took it to a different level. She was alternating hands with the ball, catching the ball. But this is something that I think is beneficial for everyone. And with the right coaching, with the right staff, you too can do this.
And from your side, we didn't talk about this, and since you are knowledgeable about this, and I'm put you on the spot as I always do, like a Dalmatian, where does the more hand-eye cognitive approach come into this? We talked about the mental, psychological, but the fact that you had to focus on the tracking of the ball and remembering the numbers. You mentioned the chunking. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So, I mean, that task altogether from beginning to end, I love how we progressed that task and made it progressively harder. I think, starting off with attentional narrowing, but not narrowing your attention too much, because I can't just lock in on catching that ball. I have to make sure that I'm also, hearing what's going on and then responding in a sense. And I think a lot of times, we have to learn how to respond in a good, healthy way versus maybe reacting. And I think that's something that I've talked about previously with the idea of responding and not reacting. Sometimes, reacting to that negative sledging, we might get emotional, or we might tend to lose ourselves or lose our focus. So I think being able to respond in a healthy coping mechanism and manage stress as well. I think that task was super stressful between, visual, hand-eye coordination, auditory. It was a combination. It really hit all variables there. So I think that task is A1 for anybody, whether you're athlete, corporate, mom, dad, kid. I think that's an awesome task for anybody to work on.
All right, so this is Nick Davenport, aka Mr. Mental Muscle, here, the Mind Body One team. And as I always say, get your mind right.